Hey everyone, my name is Sal Carolla from Remax. I'm the broker owner here. I'm a retired NYPD sergeant.
And I'm Steve Caro, your president-elect of the Staten Island Board of Realtors. And I'm also a retired sergeant, did 26 years on the force. And we're here to give tips to the agents on safety on open houses.
And other showings too, right?
Absolutely.
I guess they feel that with our experience as police officers and in the NYPD, we have some knowledge that we could share with you. I have a few things to go over, and I guess we'll go back and forth. And we'll,
Sure.
All right. Regarding open houses, first one on my list: let one person in at the same at one at a time. How do you feel about that, Steve?
I think that's a good idea, especially when sometimes you have a hot open house and you have a lot of people outside trying to come in, and you're only by yourself. If you don't have another partner with you, that could be an issue. So I would just tell them, sign in, and I'll call you as soon as I'm done with my first client walking in on an open house. So this way, you have some control, especially if you're by yourself. It would be nice to have someone else with you, but if you don't, I would control it that way and have them sit in the car and call them when you're done. And you have, at least you have their full attention when you're going through there.
And it could be difficult, but I think the realtor has to step up and make sure that they let the buyers know that they're in control of that open house.
Absolutely.
Right? Let them know these are the rules. Even blame it on the sellers that they want one person in at a time. That they don't want people just walking around unsupervised, right?
Correct, and you don't want them to walking around unsupervised, because sometimes even though you may tell the homeowner, please put all your valuables away, they may forget something that's out there. Mm-hmm. And how not to say that anyone's looking to take anything from anyone, because it's very rare that happens, but it does happen.
That's right. So, on that note, it's probably best to try to get a partner at these open houses.
Sure. Could even have a mortgage person who could be there with you. At least if that was the case, instead of sending them to their car, they could be sitting there with the mortgage broker.
Right.
And, and they could be, pre-approving them at least, right? And if not, just going over things and making that buyer comfortable.
Or even another agent from the office.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, these open houses with the shortage of inventory could be, these open houses are pretty hot. So a lot of families are visiting, so it could get a little hectic. So you might need help in, trying to get another agent from the office, or you're right, a lender, which I'm sure a lot of lenders would offer their help.
Yes, everybody that we're in this business with are always looking to sit down with us in the open house.
Something that you had brought up that I agree with. I think when an agent walks in, the first thing that they should do when they get to the open house before it actually, starts.
Yeah, well, they should take a survey of the place that they're doing the open house. Look for exits, because you never know. Anything can happen. We know throughout the country there are times that there have been some mishaps and someone's life was taken. You got to let people know that you're going somewhere with somebody, especially when the place is like vacant and it's a new construction. I believe more so than anything else that there's no homeowners there, or the builder may not be there. Man or a woman should always let somebody know where they're going, and if you can meet with that buyer first in the office, so at least people know they see you guys together and know what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Walk around the house, try to figure out where the exits are. Obviously, you're going to go through the front door, but figure out where the back door is, where it leads to. Figure out if there's a side entrance. So if you got to, something goes wrong, you can't get to the front door again. You know where to run. Walk around the house, see if there's any objects that are laying around that could be used to hurt you, or you could pick up to defend yourself. Anything could be used, pair of scissors, a hammer, or anything like that. I know it's kind of graphic to say, but in a situation like that, you could at least where things are before the aggressor knows where they are. So survey the area.
And when you when you're showing the home, let them go first. Follow them. Follow them. Don't let them follow you from behind. You should let them move forward, and then you could describe things as you're going along
Yes.
versus the other way around.
Yes.
You want to be in control of the showing, not the buyer. That's how I would look at it.
Especially a basement. I think like if a basement is unfinished, it could be a little creepy. So I would tell you, have that person go down to the basement first, right? If it's an unfinished basement. And you don't even have to go there. Maybe you could just stop in the middle of the stairs and you could just watch him or her walk around, and you could explain what an unfinished basement really is. You can show them where the circuit breakers are, and and that you don't have to go down there really,
No. I mean, especially if it's unfinished.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if you told the homeowner to try to basically put all your valuables away, then you really have nothing to worry about, even if you went down halfway down the steps in the basement, even if the basement that is finished.
Yeah.
And you just keep an eye on him like that, or her,
Yeah.
while they're looking. Look, you'll know pretty much, I would say, if you're comfortable who you're going down with, but go with your gut. If your gut's saying something different, follow your gut.
Absolutely.
Your gut ain't going to be wrong.
Yes, absolutely. And if you have a significant other, I would tell you, let them know where the open house is, what time it starts and what time it ends. So if you're late from that open house, they know where to go. Probably even get a drive, get a ride there. And if they could show up a little earlier so they could wait outside, it's not always practical for that situation to happen, but if you could do that, that'd be great. Yeah, right? I mean, you let people know where you are.
Sure.
Another thing, open house signs. I think everybody likes to put pictures on their signs, and I get it. And through social media, that's something that, especially women, they get noticed right away through social media, and sometimes the wrong people notice the women. Maybe don't make it easy for them not to put your face on an open house sign, so people that drive around that they didn't know there was an open house, maybe don't make it easy for them driving down a block and saying, oh, there's an open house and look who's doing it right now.
Right.
So
There's a lot of aspects
yes.
on an open house. And even if it's not an open house, and like we said, if you can meet with them in the office, that'd be great. Also, here's another thing, I think. You're meeting somebody there at the office, or you get there and you see their vehicle, with your phone, nonchalantly,
Yes.
take a picture of the plate.
Yes.
Because you never know.
That's a great point. Yes, you never know. Exactly. Even if you meet them here at the office, and if you get a strange vibe, go with that. An intuition, go with that. Tell your broker. A lot of my agents tell me, listen, I'm getting a little weird vibe with this guy, and they tell me what address they're going to be at, and they'll tell me what time is the appointment, and sometimes I check up on them. I'll give them a call, or they'll reach out to me and let me know whether they're there. So yeah, absolutely, and yeah, taking a picture of the license plate is a great thing. You're driving and they're either in front of you or behind you. You park in the car, take a picture. That's a great thing, because if something does happen, that's what the police would go for.
They're going to look at your phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the first thing the police department does, is look at your phone and try to get data out of it. And again, taking a photo can't hurt, and having it there. And also, if you are doing your own open house by yourself, okay, have a fellow agent or your manager call you 45 minutes in just to check in on you to see how it's going. That's it. So this way they know if everything is okay or not too on your end.
Right. And you know what? Some people even say, maybe even have have your phone programmed to call somebody. Like, if something's going down and you see something, maybe, have that phone call your husband or a friend, or even 911. And if something's happening, just dial it, and right?
Have it programmed.
Have it programmed that it's, as it's happening, your phone is dialing out, so somebody's aware of it. And if that person knows where it is, where you are, you get a head start to somebody coming helping you.
Well, even when calling 911, right?
Yeah.
So the operator there, even if you can't really talk to them, they're going to be listening in onto the conversation. They're not just going to hang up.
Right.
They're going to listen. They're going to realize something's going down, and they always could ping your phone
From the satellites,
from
yeah.
the satellites where it's coming from. So
Yeah.
if they realize something's going down, they're going to send out a patrol car
Absolutely.
to your location ASAP.
Look, because they're listening to the conversation
Right.
and they know it's a legit call. All right, last is your thing, the pepper spray. You want to talk about it?
Yes. All right. So on Amazon, there's plenty of pepper sprays, right? But there's one that's like 3-in-1. It'll have a flashing red light. The decibels are 130. It's very loud. Okay, and it's you have it in your hand. It has like a little key thing that you could put it on your pocketbook for women.
Yes.
Or you could put it on your belt, or somewhere that you could fasten it to,
Yeah.
and have it with you. It'll give you, once you spray it in their face, it'll give you a good, say, 30 seconds to get away from them.
Yeah.
And again, going back to the beginning, right? Know your surroundings. Know your escape route if something goes down. And that's a good
And
thing
the pepper
to help.
spray, go for the eyes and go for the throat, because that's what's going to get them right away. The eyes and the throat. It just impairs them immediately. And you can get that pepper spray almost easily, all right? And
On Amazon, you can
Yeah.
get it. I was just on there earlier, and for $34, it's worth your safety.
Absolutely. I hope this was, useful to everybody, and, use your judgment and trust your intuition, and stay safe out there.
Yes, stay safe, and good luck to you guys on your open houses, or you're going showing other homes.
And make money.
Yes, absolutely.
Take care.